we're going to start by looking at American Airlines. We're going to look from New York City and then going to Paris, Charles de Gaulle. And due to the coronavirus at the moment, we will take us out until, let's take November, mid-November, going from the 11th to the 18th. So it'll be a one-way economy ticket. Actually, no, let's make that round trip. Economy ticket for one person, returning on the 18th of November. Now, because of the coronavirus right now, as of May, American Airlines is actually only operating a few flights to Europe, I believe only to London, out of both Miami, New York, and actually Dallas as well, so 3 flights. So after the quick search by American Airlines, we see that they operate a $573 flight in main cabin on their 777-200 departing at 5:15 p.m. And if we go to details, we can see a little bit more about what they're offering. So as I mentioned before, it's a 777-200, which is a very nice aircraft. It comes with Wi-Fi, an AC power outlet, USB power outlet, seatback entertainment, so an IFE, and live TV. So in economy, you'd be served dinner and breakfast, dinner upon departure and breakfast right before arrival. And booking codes O means that you would be able to refund the ticket if needed, and that also means that in this seat in the airplane, you would have roughly 18 inches of width, and you will also have 30 to 31 inches of length going in, or room in front of you, I should say. And then if we also take a look at the seats, the layout here in this 777-200 is a 3-4-3 configuration, and it narrows down to a 2-4-2 configuration in the very, very back of the plane. So that's just one way going over, and then coming back, there's typically a similar option. Let's see here, stay in the main cabin as it loads. And it should be noted that American Airlines also in May is still operating a few flights, I believe, from Dallas and Los Angeles to Tokyo in Japan. And so right here we see that it departs, there's another flight for $573 departing at 9:55 a.m. And arriving into JFK at 12:40 p.m., which is new. And then here again, it's the same model aircraft, however the flight time is a little bit longer, going across the Atlantic, and the economy comes with lunch, snack, or brunch, so just a lunch after takeoff, I'm assuming, and some sort of snack upon arrival at JFK. The same amenities apply, and since booking code is O, again, the same seat is going to be the same on the same aircraft, and the refund would still be the same. So at the moment, for November, looks like American Airlines' best deal would be $573. Now for Delta, we're looking at the same thing. So we have New York City, the greater area, and then the greater Paris area as well. We're looking for a round trip ticket departing on November 11th, returning on November 18th for one passenger in economy. Delta, additionally, also does not have many flights going to Europe at the moment. I believe they have a few out of their hubs going from, I think, Atlanta as well as New York and maybe Boston as well to Amsterdam and Paris, which is technically a partner hub as well. As for going to Asia, I believe they have a few flights again going to Japan like American Airlines. However, I think American Airlines is offering more at the moment right now. And as we wait for this to load, so right here we can see that Delta is operating a 6:30 p.m. flight that arrives at 8 a.m. The following day in Paris. It's a non-stop flight, and the main cabin fare would be $679. Now if we click details, we'll get more information like we did on American Airlines. So right here we see that it's an Airbus A330-300, so a wide-body jet, and main cabin amenities include Wi-Fi as well as an in-flight entertainment, power outlets, which would include AC power as well as USB, as well as in-flight entertainments. And much like American Airlines, they also offer the dinner meal as well as snack upon arrival, and it would be a 7-hour and 30-minute flight. And some additional information on this purchase would be that the seat width on this flight, which is a A330-300, would be 18 inches, and the pitch would be 31 to 32 inches, depending on the seat. And with this booking code, it would be a refundable ticket. Now, if we look for a return flight, they should have a similar price option returning. It should also be noted that unlike American Airlines, they also have a variety of different timed flights going between JFK and Paris. So as you can see, the first two right here, we have one departing at 10:20 a.m. and one departing at 1:20 p.m. We also have additional nonstop flights operated by Air France, which is a partner airline they have. And so coming back, the options were the 10:20 a.m. flight as well as the 1:20 p.m. flight. And these prices are $682 round trip. And because I didn't check the seat map on the outbound flight, we can check it on this one. So up front, there's their Delta 1 seat, which is their business class. However, we're looking at the main cabin. So this A330 is laid out in a 242 configuration, which is different than the American Airlines 777-200 that operates the same route, except with the 777-200, and that configuration is a 343 configuration. So this is a little bit smaller plane, but the grand total that we saw before was $682. Now, as we move on to United, we're going to stick to the same destination and same departure airports. We're going to leave from New York. Because United's hub is out of Newark, technically it's New Jersey, but it's close enough to New York that I would say New York. So going from New York to Paris, round trip in economy, leaving on November 11th and returning on November 18th, and this would be for an adult. Now, as I was referencing all the other airlines and what they're doing during the coronavirus outbreak, United is still operating quite a few flights between Europe as well as Asia. This is because of the fact that they carry a lot of cargo between these two routes, so that is one of the main reasons why they have so many flights operating between the two continents. I've been looking at a little bit of the data on Flight Radar 24, and I've seen a lot of movement on United planes compared to the other airlines, so that could be a good thing looking at bookings for them for the coming months. So as you can see here, we have the United flight from Newark to Paris de Gaulle Airport, departing at 6:20 p.m. out of Newark, arriving at 6:25 a.m. I would assume that they would be increasing the number of flights going to Paris in the coming months after the demand starts to increase after the COVID-19 outbreak. So as you can see here, the plane is operated by a Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner, and it includes power outlets, Wi-Fi, and the price is $681. Now, it should be noted that while it's not labeled here in the amenities, this plane would come with in-flight entertainment as well as dinner upon departure, as well as some form of food on arrival. Whether that's a snack or a breakfast, I'm not entirely sure. So then on the return, I want to show you the flight options as well. And it looks like it would still be a $683 round trip, and departing at 9:25 a.m. and arriving in Newark at 11:45 a.m., which is pretty nice timing. Again, it's a 787-10 Dreamliner, and this is booked through United booking code K, which means that it would be refundable. And then as you can see on this seat map, it's actually very interesting. All the way out into November, it looks like they have their social distancing guidelines in place on their airplane, which is configured in a 333 configuration on their 787-10, but the middle seat is blocked, so that is something to be noted right here. Very fascinating. And additionally, it should be noted that their seat width is 16.3 inches to 17.3 inches, and the pitch of the seat is 31 inches. So yes, it would be Newark to Paris de Gaulle Airport, $683 round trip.